we are successful creating one file. After creating the file, if you want to write it down notebook, so you need to write it down in the markdown. By default, it is a code mode. I will deliver you what is markdown mode, what is row and convert, what is heading. Okay. So first of all, we need to just clarify what is programming. Programming is a set of instruction in every language, and every language have a set of rules, and every language have a set of different syntaxes. Java, C++, C has a different syntax. Python is also have a different. Now, role of interpreter and compiler, it will convert your higher level language to lower level language because of computer only understand the binary, not your this higher level language. Now, Python is an interpreter language. It is also called a scripting language. Right? We can use a Python ideally in integrated development environment. We can make a file, write down a code and run a file. And the shell also, PowerShell also we can use. We can use Anaconda, Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter Lab, Python shell, Spider. Okay, and we can mention this notebook as well as our code in the Jupyter Notebook. So this is the advantage of having the Jupyter Notebook. We cannot write it down this type of notebook in the Python idle. If you want to mention this kind of notebook, you can mention in the comment, but you cannot write it down like this. Write it down like this, right? Now, these are the sum command. Okay, if you press escape plus Y, it will directly show you the code mode. Escape Y. So this is the code mode. If I am press escape M, then this is the markdown mode. So you need not to just click on this. You just have to press the command. Escape plus R, that is called row and B. Escape plus TD, delete the row. If you want to delete the row, then you have to press escape plus TD. Escape plus H, it is useful for all commands and shortcut. Escape plus A to insert row above escape A. Same way escape DD. Okay, delete it. Escape B to insert a row below. Again, I am pressing that escape DD. Okay, like that way. If you want to run your program, okay, you can run from also here, and you can run plus shift plus enter. By pressing shift plus enter, you can run. Okay, and now we are using Jupyter Notebook as an interface, but by default it is work on the PowerShell. Okay, now this is the heading. If I am pressing hashtag, again one hashtag, so it will be smaller. Okay, if you want to mention it any kind of heading, you can use hashtag in a markdown mode. Escape plus n, always remember this common command. Okay, it will be here in the edit. I will write it down in the markdown mode, right? Okay, so till now we did 32 types of data types in C, and in Java also there are several data types. In Python there are 6 type of data types. First is a number, second is a string, third one is a list, fourth one is tuple, fifth one is dictionary, and sixth one is set. We will I will deliver all the context in the one video. Okay. Now I am taking name equal to Sachin. This is my string. You can write it down in the double inverted comma, single inverted comma, triple inverted comma. This is the comment. Okay. The name is a string. You can mention the comment by using the hashtag in the code. Okay. Now I am just type name and shift enter. So my name will be display. Okay. Now what is type? Type is a return the data type. Type always return the data type of your variable. If you put your variable in the type inside your round braces comma, and it will give you the data type. If I am if I am enter type then name and shift enter, I am pressing that, and it will give me the string. If this is your integer, then it will give you the integer. If this is your float, then it will give you the float. Now here I am taking some example: a equal to 20, b equal to 30, and I am printing a plus b, so it will directly showing me the output, as well as I am doing 10 plus 20, like that way. If I press shift plus enter, then it will show me the output 30, right? So no need to write it down the whole uh, header file return type. In Python we have integrated library, so no need to write it down. In a C and C++ and Java there are 9 nine line of code, 9 line of LOC are there. But in Python for summation, you have to just keep in the 3 line. So it will easily understand what is my variable, it is integer. What is my this variable, it is integer. It will easily consider that. Okay, now input. You use a scanf to retrieve a value from user side, right? Now we are using the input in the Python. It is a function to use to take input from the user side. I already mentioned in the markdown mode. Okay, so these are the advantage having this Jupyter notebook. You can mention the notes in the Jupyter notebook as well as the code. Again, I am repeating that. Okay, so here I am taking, and by default you have to take care about it. By default, it will take input as a string. Okay, so by default, if you don't declare any kind of int, float or complex, so it will only generate the string. I'm taking the example here. If I'm taking st is my variable, st equal to input, then if I'm just write it down st and type of st, and if I'm run this, if I'm taking the value of 10, however it is integer, but if I'm pressing enter, then it will always show the string. That is why I'm mentioned over here that by default input takes the string. Okay, if I'm mentioned shift enter, if I'm write it down string, then it will also take the string. But just below I set the example of input. Before input I am taking integer. If you take complex or float before the input, then it will by default take your variable is integer or a float or a complex. Now this is one example. A equal to int input. Again I am repeating, input is used for retrieve the value from the user side at the runtime of your program. Now enter the value of A and enter the value of B. Slash n is used for new line. You already know that. Print print A plus B. Again I am running this shift enter 20 enter 30. So it will be give me the output of 50. So this is the simple syntax and simple scenario of Jupyter notebook and some command data types and how to return a simple program in the Python. In the next video, we will show the number. Okay. So we'll meet in the next video. Okay, and be a learner always and enjoy your work. Thank you.